It's time, and it's time to take a look at Qualcomm, QCOM ticker on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. 10-year chart, monthly candles. I'd like to create myself a little black space here by moving the margin just to better imagine what could be. Either breakout or breakdown. And right now, there seems to be some support at the 51 level. And I'm going to put an alert on what seems to be the breakout. There we go. So now we have this pattern going on, the sideways move, range, bigger range, and there's smaller ranges here. It's always like that. It's always a pattern within a pattern within a pattern. And if you have to go in a smaller time frame, then these candles probably meet other patterns on the weekly, more candles, etc. Daily, same thing, even more patterns to play. And more whipsaws on the daily than on the weekly, and less whipsaws on the monthly. All the whipsaws is these wicks outside of the resistance and support line. Those that's noise that could have you're avoiding by playing monthly candle breakouts. You use the top of the candles and you omit the wicks, and that's where you draw the line in the sand. Same thing here. Whether it be a red or a green candle, just the top of the candle, and that's how you try to outline your classical chart pattern. Oh, there you go. Have my letters back in. And what we could also do is see if there's a bigger prevailing. Yeah, that could be a triangle. I don't know about the validity of it since this is far off, but what I prefer playing is, it's always good drawing those lines because it is there will be some resistance there, but I always play horizontal line breakouts. I believe they give me more chances of reaching my possible target. Let's see what we're dealing with right now. All right, and now there's a 1, 2, 3 months pattern right here. So I'm wondering now, we're going to come and test at the bottom of it. And we could either break down from there and go down to the 58 level. Or we go and to test that upper trend line right here. Oh, the upper resistance right there. So these are the two possible moves right now for Qualcomm. The closer to target, I believe the more probable I am of reaching my target. And these probably going to be some more patterns here that's going to bring you down all the way here to this breakdown level. I have this concept of wall. Wall is previous support turn resistance. So right now, let's say here was or resistance or support. So here there was a bottom pattern, and there was a breakout above this resistance, and now this becomes support. If I would have had a target that would have made me ride through before I set my target, let's say here, I don't know, maybe the pattern's bigger, and I set my targets all the way down to 51. Just before placing that order, I check if there'd be some walls. That means support turn resistance or resistance support, which is going to cause me turbulence on the way to my possible target and reduce my chance of reaching it. And right here, this was support turned resistance, or just identified resistance. Yeah, here was support turned resistance, because this bottom was broken out, so there's resistance now becomes support. So if I would have had a target that would have brought me all the way to 51, I would have probably revised it, either shortened it and or just review the my chart pattern and see if I didn't do a mistake when I was identifying it. Did I get greedy? Did I just want a further target to have a better risk to reward? That plays all the time. Your brain, when it comes to pull the trigger and set your orders, if you're not like a robot, you're always going to try to maybe cheat yourself out of you're going to cheat by putting a further target than you should have. So right now, this target, it's in line that you're gonna be triggered out above the wall, and the wall starts at this line and all the way here. All this is called it's a wall. It's noise. It's congestion area, and any target that, let's say any target that goes in here, doesn't mean you're not gonna reach it, but you might have you'll have some pressure against you on the way there. I have other examples where we see that the price action goes down and you have like a wick that goes inside, and the close right above the wall. That means there was action in here during the month, and it closed above that line because it couldn't close inside. There was just too much pressure against the direction you're going in. All right, hope to get maybe better examples later of that super duper important concept. And there might be some bigger eventual moves, but this is like we're far off, right? The bigger move would be maybe this total range, which would be added to that breakdown line, giving us a target like around 34. The lows deep in the abyss. The lows of July 2010. And on my way to that target, would I have had a wall? Well, maybe here a little bit. This is what I consider a wall. There's 1, 2 here, so that target might have slowed down. You could have not cheated, but adjusted your target to have it just above that. And so you have a better chance maybe of reaching it. You're sacrificing this and shortening your risk to reward, but for a higher chance of exiting your trade. Nothing more frustrating than being a long time in a trade, especially monthly candles, and you get close to your goal and the price reverts because there was just too much pressure in the opposite direction, and you never got to it because you omitted proven congestion area. And the way I see it, worst case, you just get out, your target's above, and just wait. There's other charts where you could use your capital. There's always other charts, so don't worry about it. And there could always be a consolidation pattern. You could play that consolidation pattern, which is going to make you go down to your original target if you still want to play it that way. But there's no rush to overextend those rushes. Stay greedy, but greedy in the sense close. Stay close to your targets. Don't get greedy for those further targets. Really choose targets that are the closest ones. And that's it. I will let you go with that, and see you soon. Ciao. Ciao, ciao.